the OG Tech Digest here with you. We're going to bring a brand new channel here, giving you some news on different tech things to hit the world, electronics, devices, cellular, some gaming, you name it. I figured, you know what, I'm doing reviews already with Official Guy, and I figured, why not take a look at something I'm looking at anyways? I'm constantly watching and seeing what's coming up and seeing the articles that hit the presses every day, and I figured, why not digest them down to something a little simpler. I was debating doing a big desk and getting all this fancy stuff all over the place, but why bother? I'm going to keep it simple, keep it easy, keep it a quick little bite-sized piece of what's going on today. We all know how to use Google. If you want some further information on the articles, feel free to check it out yourself. My whole goal is that certain items that may slip by for you, because there's so much we're inundated every single day with, you might be able to catch on the channel here. So here we go. We'll jump right into it here. The iPhone XR pre-orders are now available up here north of the border. So if you're familiar with my Official Guy Reviews page, I am a Canadian. Officially on my side of the border, we can do the iPhone XR pre-orders, and they're available on all carriers pretty much across the board at this point, ranging anywhere from $0 on Freedom Mobile all the way up to around $315 on Kudo. Next up, Red Dead Redemption 2. If you've been watching any form of the technology era coming through lately, Red Dead Redemption 2 has been the front of everybody's page as far as the gaming side of things, mainly because of the simple fact it's massive, over 100 gigs. So if you've got yourself a 500 gig Xbox or PS4, you are going to be filling over 20% of your hard drive with just the initial download. That's not even to say if they bring in the multiplayer, what's going to happen there, what kind of patches will be added. So brace yourself, clear up some room. That being said, they're going to also allow for pre-downloads to begin today. So that's already coming down the pipe. Check it out, see what you can do, but they're giving you lots of room to get that 100+ gig download rolling. On the heels of that, we've also got this new scandal that everything's trying to blow up of over 100-hour work weeks when they're at crunch time over at Rockstar Games, the producer of the GTA series and Red Dead Redemption. However, seems like a lot of employees are coming to the aid of Rockstar, saying it's a great place to work, there's no issues. If we do work overtime, it's because I want to, and they're paying me that overtime for that. And even then, 50, 60-hour weeks, maybe 70. The 100 is mostly for very specific people within the organization. So a little bit of peace of mind there for Rockstar Games, which has been a sweetheart for the gaming industry for quite a while with some of the huge titles it puts out and these massive open world concepts. It'll be very, very interesting to see these crazy amount of species and everything that they're including in the Red Dead games as they release here. Next up, Banksy. What's he doing? As far as Banksy goes, he's been launching this new, the girl with the balloon art went up at Sotheby's auction, sold for $1.4 million. A lot of money. And after it sold, we all would have seen the video and the outrage around it. Sotheby's had no idea what to do with this. After it had sold, the hammer has been hit. The frame of the item started to shred the picture. Absolutely ridiculous. Never been seen before. Sotheby's had no idea what to do. Everybody was kind of saying, well, it's worth more now than ever, because this is kind of Banksy's calling card, is this kind of anarchy going against the authority. So it might just work out ahead, and go figure, it didn't go all the way through. Now, a video has been released by Banksy himself, the ever elusive character, showing the construction of the frame and basically saying every pretest he did fully shredded the picture. It was supposed to fully shred it, so maybe that'll add even more value to this thing, the fact that it didn't go the way it was supposed to. You've got Banksy's video stating that, and surprise, surprise, the person who purchased the art continued along with their purchase, because now it may very well be worth more than ever, and it's got the documentation of all this social media following to back it up, alongside Banksy himself. Next up, we've got the Pixel 3, obviously the most leaked phone of the year. It's insane. We knew everything about this thing. We even had this crazy idea of a Pixel Ultra coming. They've got to be doing something different, because this is just crazy how much information was given away as far as leaks go. You had the horrid notch, all the complaints, etc., etc. Well, the Pixel 3 is out now. The 3 XL is out now. We have not seen anything as far as a Pixel Ultra or anything of that nature. That being said, little note on those guys there. The Best Buy versions down stateside apparently are coming SIM-locked to Verizon. So typically you're seeing a factory unlocked option option when it comes to the Pixels, but for some reason you're running into a little bit of a factory lock on Verizon through some of the Best Buy models. So just something to be aware of. Next up, we do have the Antutu benchmarking system. Antutu is a benchmark software that you can download. It's big on cellular, Android, iOS. You can just download it off the App Store, and it runs a series of tests to test all the different speeds on your device. They've released their top 10 Android phone list. The iPhone is not on the list. However, when compared, the XS and the XS Max are still killing the competition with significantly less RAM, just the fluidity of that iOS ecosystem driving them. Generally, you're looking at the Asus ROG Republic of Gamers phone coming in first place this year for the Androids thus far. Running itself, it's got 8 gigs of RAM, running itself with just under 300,000 as the benchmark score through Antutu. You're running 299,000 and change. Next up, closer to 290,000. So definitely far and above the closest competition as far as the Android side goes. But the XS Max, you're pushing 350,000 on the score. So it's pretty outrageous to see. Now, that being said, there is a first available 5G 10 gig of RAM Android device coming any day now. We've got a few days for it, 6 days till launch of the Xiaomi Mi Mix 3. It will be the absolute fastest as far as RAM goes Android phone that's ever been out there. First to 10 gigs of RAM is what they're saying, and first to 5G. That's as of October 25th. They're looking like they'll be releasing that, so that'll be a beast to keep an eye on. And will it push over closer to the iPhone on the Antutu benchmarking? It's hard to say, really. Depends on the efficiency of how they're running everything and how well they're utilizing all of that power. So another beast coming on the Android side. Next up, we've got the Android Pie S9 update coming out and the Note 9. The update gives it a nice always-on display with some of the leaks that have come out. Basically, the update is for Android Pie, of course, which we've seen on the Pixels for a little while now. You've also seen it on some of the OnePlus. It's coming through. It's working its way along. Samsung's long been known to be a little bit of a laggard when it comes to getting to the latest Android, but it has been spotted in the wild, and the update will give it that sleek, clean, always-on display that comes alongside the Pixels. And the next up, we are going to be looking at a Xbox competition that I'm super sad I can't enter north of the border, but it does apply to you Americans down there. Xbox has once again partnered with Taco Bell, every gamer's favorite restaurant, alongside favorite beverage, Mountain Dew, of course. We are looking at over 5,000 Xboxes, they say, may be given away through this competition. You can enter with purchase, without purchase, with their new box meal. That being said, they've specifically customized these Xboxes to ring that Taco Bell sound when you turn the device on. So it's going to be a great little contest, and they're giving away so many. The odds can't be that bad compared to a lot of stuff out there. So something to keep out for those Taco Bell fanatics down south of the border. You've got, next up, YouTube officially announces their public beta for Android. So keep an eye out for that. Couple new features, couple new tweaks you can watch for. Samsung's Galaxy Book 2 is officially at mobile productivity. It's apparently got a huge battery life on it. You're looking at over 20 hours of battery life, which is absolutely unbelievable. So another little Samsung device that snuck out there that you can keep an eye out for if you're looking for something along those lines. Now, the last article that I really wanted to take a quick look at here is going to be a little bit of a competition article in terms of the ecosystem of Google. So the Google Play system is integrated into pretty much every Android device, and it's almost it is a requirement of Google to have this. Now, in Europe, they're looking at opening this up so Play Store, Play Books, these Play and Google apps are not going to be a required part for an Android manufacturer. And this is a first. This is huge because it could mean companies like LG, Samsung, and any other company can then put their own proprietary app store, more importantly. Now, Samsung's obviously been doing this for a while, trying to make Bixby a thing. It's not going to be a thing, Samsung, at least from what I've seen so far. You just can't catch up to Google Assistant. I cross my fingers it gets better, but so far I'm not impressed over the years. That being said, Samsung has its own app store, and is Samsung or any of the other companies going to be pushing for their own app ecosystem? The reason this is so interesting is iOS has long been touted as the app king as far as how they deal with developers and things like that, the pay for developers compared to the Android side. Now we're going to be looking at the potential to blow open the App Store on the Android side, and more importantly, maybe fragment it, which is a little nerve-wracking for any Android users, because now where are the developers going to be able to cross-develop? Is it going to be something that they're going to bother with? Are they going to start moving over to X or Y? Whereas iOS is just going to maintain its, I would assume, stranglehold on the monopoly of the iOS App Store. So it'll be definitely something to keep an eye on as things go forward. If any of these creators of the Android devices are going to run with this, it'll be definitely interesting to see how they do. I'm going to wrap it up there. A few stories for you guys to chew on. I'm going to try and be here every single day for you. So if you like it, feel free to throw a comment, feel free to throw a like. Obviously, these are just my opinions that I'm trying to express to you guys. Just my general view and my 2 cents, just your average Joe trying to take a look at the tech market. I love tech. I follow it. I'm not any crazy developer or anything, but I just love taking it in. In 2018, the amount of stories that are coming out and the acceleration of technology is so exciting to me. So I figured, why not express it to you guys out there in the interwebs to take in. So I'm going to be here every day if I can and give you at least a blurb about what's caught my eye for the day through all of the white noise, and see if you like it as well. Thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate it, and I can't wait to talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.